Okay, guys, we are at Crypto Fest 2025, and I'm here with the amazing man, Keone. Could you please tell us about yourself and what you do?
My name is Keone. I am here with actually my partner Kayla, and we run a we run a conference called W3Node. It will actually be January 22nd through the 24th. We focus on building out the developer ecosystem for young students that want to learn about blockchain and how to potentially find a career in blockchain. One of our goals is to showcase the opportunities that blockchain has, not only from like an application perspective towards businesses and infrastructure in Africa, but also towards the opportunity that students can have to be a part of building out this new infrastructure that's going to be a part of this new Africa that we are starting to see really render around us. I just came back from the Africa Stablecoin Summit, and what you could see there is you could see a lot of the largest banks that have made huge inroads in terms of bringing stable coins and tokenization as fundamental infrastructure into the financial system that's happening and the growth that's happening out here in Africa. So yeah, it's really interesting where the market is going, and that's what we kind of focus on.
This is so amazing. Like, I always love things that have to do with education and awareness, and a lot of obviously higher institutions and that sort of thing, they don't really have this emerging technologies involved within their curriculum. So it's always great when, people take initiative and actually make sure that they prioritize education, and making sure that Africans aren't behind and they're also able to be a part of this new ecosystem of emerging technologies. So have you faced any challenges in trying to educate people and raise this sort of awareness?
I mean, there's always challenges with education. Ultimately, like, the biggest challenge is the desire of the student, right? I think, and I'm just sitting here trying to think like what our biggest challenges are internally. I think the hardest thing is getting everybody on the same page to have shared definitions and expectations around how education should happen in the space. One protocol thinks that education should happen this way. One protocol does incentive structures for education in that way. There's no like concrete absolute right or wrong, but we do have trends on what works and what doesn't work. And I think in particular, right, and it might be a little bit of shade, but a lot of the Western institutions think that just pay for play and I can just throw money at a bunch of students and they're just going to come in and want to learn and have all kinds of deployments on my chain, and we've got all of these Git code repositories just because we threw a lot of money at these students, and it's not the way that it happens. A great example is Africa Blockchain Club with my boy Karabo. Right? He does not incentivize like any financial means. He says this is an opportunity for you to learn and to be able to take a career to another level. So here, it's all good, brother. Good to see you, man. Anyways, back to my point at hand. It's the incentive structure and the support system for students as they go through this process. I think is super, super key. And that's what we're trying to do here.
That's really amazing work. I'm super impressed. And if you were to give any African student advice of where to start and how to learn, where would you point them towards?
So I'm a big fan of student communities, of developer communities, right? So like if you are a woman, there's like HerDAO. In South Africa, there's Africa Blockchain Club. Most protocols have some sort of community, software community around their protocol. And it starts with looking at the protocol and getting familiar and seeing like, is this something that's interesting to me, right? Every protocol is going to have their own pros and cons. They're going to have their own nuances. If you want to go and, be a part of HerDAO, for example, or if you want to like Africa Blockchain Club, my boy Karabo, they're very different, completely different styles of community. And I think there is a style for every student. But yeah, we are trying to bring all of those students, all of these student organizations together so that shared resources, shared opportunities, but also for students coming into the fold, they can be like, oh, you know what? This crew is actually pretty dope, and I like hanging out with them. So I'm gonna chill over here because you know what? They make me feel like, ooh,
Yeah. I really love that because I have been in talks with Africa Blockchain, and sometimes Cape Town is a little left out because they're all in Johannesburg, which comes to show you that there is a gap for this education in different parts of the country where there might not be these metropolitan cities and these communities. So, but thankfully we do have the internet and we do have ways in which we can join. I know Africa Blockchain Club have a Telegram and that sort of thing. Is there a place where people can find information about you digitally? Or where students can follow the work that you're doing? I think you guys are on LinkedIn as well.
yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, Keone Chong. But I think, at least for those that are watching this and are in the student space, I would love for you to come and check out our conference. It's W3Node.io. We do travel scholarships. We also showcase a lot of our clubs and communities that we're associated with. So if you are interested and this is really exciting to you, that's a great place for you to get started. And you can fill out an application and potentially win a scholarship, a travel scholarship. So that opportunity is there. And for those that are like, oh, this is interesting, I want to check it out, this might be an awesome way for you to get started.
Thank you so much, Keone. You can now go rest, and I really appreciate all the knowledge.
Right.